Have you ever pondered what it would feel like to live forever? A tantalizing question that has intrigued humanity for centuries. Immortality, the notion of an endless existence, has been at the heart of countless myths, legends, and stories. It's a concept that both fascinates us with its promise of eternal life and frightens us with the idea of an unending existence. Within the realms of science and technology, immortality is not just a philosophical musing, but a tangible goal. Enter the world of cryonics, a scientific frontier that takes the concept of life preservation to a whole new level. Imagine, if you will, a process that freezes a person at the moment of their passing, with the intention of reviving them in a future where medical advancements can overcome the ailments that caused their demise. Now, imagine a world where dying is not the end, but a mere pit stop, thanks to a process known as cryonics. Cryonics, a term coined in the 1960s, refers to the freezing of human corpses and brains in the hope of resuscitating them in the future. The essence of cryonics is not just about freezing bodies, but it's about preserving the intricate details of the human brain and body with the intention of one day reviving them. The foundation of this field lies in the belief that future medical technology will be able to cure diseases that are currently incurable, and even reverse the aging process itself. The process of cryonics begins immediately after a person's legal death. The body is cooled down to a temperature where all metabolic processes come to a halt. This is done to prevent the body from decomposing and to preserve the cellular structure. The real magic, however, lies in the process of vitrification. This is the method used to prevent tissue damage during freezing. It involves replacing the body's water content with a cryoprotectant solution, a kind of human antifreeze, if you will, that prevents ice crystal formation. This is crucial because ice crystals can cause severe damage to the cells. Following vitrification, the body is cooled to extremely low temperatures, typically around -130 degrees Celsius, and stored in a large container filled with liquid nitrogen. The hope is that someday, with advancements in technology, it will be possible to thaw these bodies, repair any cellular damage, and bring the person back to life. It's important to note that this is not just about extending life, but also about improving its quality. The goal of cryonics is to give individuals a second chance at a healthy, vibrant life, not to prolong suffering or illness. Now, you might be thinking this all sounds like a plot from a science fiction novel, and you wouldn't be entirely wrong. But what if we told you that this isn't just a concept from a distant future, but a reality of today? Yes, you heard it right. Companies around the world are offering cryonics services today. While it sounds like something out of a science fiction novel, companies around the world are offering cryonics services today. There are a handful of companies that have taken on the ambitious task of offering cryonics services. The concept of freezing oneself with the hope of being revived in the future has been the stuff of science fiction for decades. Yet today, it's a reality offered by a few pioneering companies. One such company is the Alcor Life Extension Foundation. Based in Arizona, Alcor is perhaps the best-known player in the cryonics field. Founded in the mid-70s, Alcor has been at the forefront of cryonics research and practice. Their goal? To use ultra-cold temperatures to preserve the human body, with the hope that future medical technology will be able to revive and restore the person to good health. At present, Alcor has over 175 patients in cryopreservation, with many more signed up for future preservation. Then there's the Cryonics Institute, based in Michigan. Founded in the late 70s, the Cryonics Institute offers a more affordable entry into the world of cryonics. They currently have over 150 patients in cryostasis, stored in custom-built tanks at their facility. The Cryonics Institute also offers pet preservation services for those who can't bear the thought of leaving their beloved companions behind. But what does it actually take to sign up for these services? Well, the process is surprisingly straightforward. After filling out the necessary paperwork, which includes a legally binding contract and proof of funding, the next step is to secure a life insurance policy. This policy, which needs to be large enough to cover the preservation costs, is then assigned to the cryonics company. This allows the company to claim the insurance payout upon the patient's legal death and use it to fund the cryopreservation process. As for the cost, it varies. Alcor's full-body cryopreservation service comes with a hefty price tag, starting at around $200,000. The Cryonics Institute, on the other hand, offers a more budget-friendly option, with prices starting at just $28,000. It's important to note that these figures do not include the cost of standby and transportation services, which can add significantly to the total cost. It's a fascinating and controversial field, no doubt. These companies, in their pursuit of pushing the boundaries of life and death, are often met with skepticism. Critics argue that the science behind cryonics is unproven and that the chances of successful revival are slim to none. Yet, these companies remain undeterred, driven by the belief that medical advances of the future will make the impossible possible. They offer a tantalizing proposition: the chance to cheat death, to be present in a future we can only dream of. The potential for immortality, once the stuff of legends and myth, is now a service you can sign up for. These companies, despite the skepticism they face, continue to push the boundaries of what we understand about life, death, and the potential for immortality.
Cryonics is not without its critics, and the debate around its effectiveness and ethical implications is ongoing. This cutting-edge field, teetering on the edge of science fiction and reality, has polarized opinions. One of the most significant criticisms of cryonics is the current impossibility of reviving frozen bodies. Despite advances in technology, we are yet to overcome the hurdle of bringing a cryonically frozen organism back to life. Critics argue that, until we can demonstrate the successful revival of a complex organism, cryonics remains speculative at best. Then there's the issue of cost. Cryonics doesn't come cheap, with procedures costing anywhere from $50,000 to over $200,000. This raises questions about accessibility and inequality. If only the wealthy can afford cryonics, are we moving towards a future where immortality is a luxury reserved for the rich? The debate doesn't end there. The ethical implications of potentially extending life indefinitely are profound. If cryonics were to become commonplace, it could lead to overpopulation, resource strains, and societal upheaval. Would it be fair to future generations to inherit a world where death is no longer a certainty? Moreover, what does it mean for our concept of life and death? If we could live indefinitely, would life lose its meaning? Our mortality, after all, shapes our perspective on life, infusing it with urgency and significance. And what about the psychological impact? Imagine waking up decades or even centuries later, surrounded by a world you no longer recognize, with everyone you once knew long gone. The emotional toll could be immense. Despite these concerns, the field of cryonics continues to develop, propelled by our innate desire to conquer mortality. As we stand on the precipice of this brave new world, it's clear that the debate around cryonics is far from over. But one thing is certain: whether we embrace it or reject it, cryonics has the potential to fundamentally change how we understand life, death, and the nature of existence itself. So, what have we gleaned about the tantalizing concept of immortality and the role cryonics plays in it? From the dawn of time, humans have been captivated by the idea of immortality, the dream of breaking free from the mortal coil and living forever. In our exploration today, we've delved into the concept of immortality and how modern science, specifically cryonics, is taking a leap towards making this age-old dream a reality. Cryonics, as we've learned, is a process that involves preserving the human body at extremely low temperatures, with the hope that future advancements in technology and medicine will be able to revive and restore it. This fascinating field is not a product of science fiction, but a reality that is currently being pursued by several companies around the globe. We've discussed some of these pioneering companies, each offering their unique approach to cryonics. From preservation of the whole body to just the brain, these organizations are striving to make the impossible possible. Their work is a testament to the human spirit and our unyielding desire to transcend the limitations of our mortal existence. Yet, as with any groundbreaking field, cryonics is not without its controversies. The debate surrounding this field is as heated as it is complex. Ethical, moral, and scientific questions abound, leading to a kaleidoscopic array of opinions. Can we really cheat death? Should we? And even if we could, what would be the implications of such a reality? As we wrap up our exploration, it's clear that the concept of immortality remains as intriguing as ever. While the dream of immortality remains elusive, cryonics offers a glimpse into a future where death might not be the definitive end. As technology and science advance, who knows what possibilities lie ahead? With every new discovery, every leap in understanding, we inch closer to answering these questions. And as we stand on the brink of this new era, we can't help but wonder, what does the future hold? As we continue to push the boundaries of what is possible, we remain hopeful and excited for what's to come.